they didn't warn Tell people.
Shut it down! 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 Our sisters and our brothers, we're marching to justice. Our sisters and our brothers, we're marching to justice. Our sisters and our brothers, we're marching to justice. Our sisters and our brothers, we're marching to justice. Our sisters and our brothers, we're marching.
Let's give it up. Praise the New York City. These are the marchers that have decided to take the issue of justice on the road, literally. We are happy to have them here. We are certainly happy to have them use Baltimore as a place for rest and to get restored. But we want you to know that the fight for justice does not stop with the marchers or Baltimore. It's going all the way to the top. And even if our demands are not met, guess what? We're going to put more pressure on those in power. Because we're going to say, you either give us justice or else. Nope. We can't play with justice. We can't act like this is not a noble cause to fight, or we're on the right side of history.
Yes.
So I'm so excited and I'm very happy. Standing next to me is one of my sisters, Miss Carmen. Let's give it up for Miss Perez.
Baltimore, what's going on? We want to thank you for welcoming us today, tonight. We just finished marching. We are marching from New York City to DC with a justice package. It's 3 pieces of federal legislation that will change the landscape of the criminal justice system. So the first piece of legislation that we're asking our congressmen and women to pass is to stop the militarization of policing. We do not need police on our streets. We are not at war here in America. And we need to stop killing our black brothers and sisters. Number 2 is to end racial profiling. Right? We obviously know that the system that is functioning in our communities is not set up for us. So we need to ensure that we change the system and that no longer are we racially profiled. The third one is the Juvenile Justice Delinquency Prevention Act. We are asking for our country to invest in our children and keep safe communities, because no longer can we have our young people with no services. We need to allow them to thrive in our communities. They need to be given an opportunity that many of us have. And so we are marching. We're happy to be here. As you see, we've been going. We're sorry we're late, but we were still on the road. And so we thank you for receiving us, and let's give it up for all our marchers.
Shut it down!
mission is to build a national movement to end child incarceration. We were founded in 2005 by Harry Belafonte, so we stand on the shoulders of our elders, and we stand on the shoulders of many giants. I am the co-founder of Justice League NYC, and I am the March director. And to my left is my sister Tamika Mallory, who is one of the co-chairs of this march, and I'm going to give her the mic.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Carmen, and thank you for your leadership. Certainly, we are happy to be here in Baltimore today. It has been really just heartwarming to spend time with 1199 SCIU and to be here in the Urban League spot where we know this is a fighting group of people. It really is just a warm feeling. Trust and believe, walking 200 miles, 200 plus miles, 250-mile journey in total is no small thing. It is a very challenging endeavor for us, but every one of the people that you see standing here are strong warriors. Each one of these people have helped me along this route when I thought that I could not continue to go. And the words that they speak, the feeling of love that is on that road, that we know that we have no choice but to do this and to be present in now. It is our time. Selma is now. It is today. And we're taking on the fight for our people. The fact that every one of you is here tonight gives us that inspiration that we know that we are not alone. So even if you are unable to march the entire way, you coming out here tonight says to us that we have not lost our minds. That there are other people who understand that there must be justice for our community. So we ask you over the next few days and for the months and years to come until we can really change the landscape of criminal justice and reform in this country, until we can really change it. We ask you to, one, keep us in your prayers. It is necessary for people who believe in the power of Jesus Christ or whatever God you serve to keep on helping us keep on. And the second thing is to keep us in your mouths. Everywhere you go, talk about what you know is happening in this country with not just the Justice League, but many of the organizations who have hit the ground running in this country, running for justice. And the last thing we want you to do, brothers and sisters, is that we have only a few more days for this march. We want you to help us promote as if you are the best communications group in the whole world. We want you to do it like you run Obama's presidential campaign, all right? We want you to get on your social media, get on the phone, call people, and tell them to meet us Tuesday, say Tuesday, at 5 p.m.
At 5 p.m.
on the West Lawn.
On the West Lawn.
So we can tell Congress, that we want damn justice.
That we want damn justice.
All right.
I just want to, thank all of you again for being here. I know that we got many groups that we have reached out to, and as you know, and as you can see, Justice League is a very diverse group of individuals. We got Latinos, we got African Americans, we got our Muslims brothers and sisters, we got our Jamaican brothers and sisters, we got everybody who is part of Justice League. And so we try to be as inclusive as possible. But we also have some very important people that have been marching all the way. Our 1199 brothers and sisters. And Faraji and all the 1199 folks and the community who have put this together for us. It is inspiring to us. Like Tamika said, you all are our hope. When we feel defeated, I gotta be honest with you, before we're like walking like this, and we're like, hey, we marching for justice. But I also want you guys to not only hear from us, I want you to hear from some of the young people, some of our elders that have been marching with us. and have been by our side. And every time we have to deal with a lot of the logistics. We got to deal with everything. But it's the smiles of those that are marching along our side that allow us to keep going forward, because this is for them as well, right? This is so that they could experience what justice looks like and what a movement is. And so if I could just have one of y'all or two of y'all come up. Ruth?
That was cold-blooded. Let me tell you. Well, this is our 6th day, and we have made a point to not only see carrying some legislation and getting it to Washington, but to also come out of this whole effort being stronger and having a greater level of cooperation and trust and confidence among ourselves, and being an example of the change that we want to see in this country. Because young people and older people and Latin people and black people and gay people and all people need to be treated with respect. Yes. And this, and this is very much a social justice issue. And while we have made significant progress on a lot of these issues even that I just mentioned, because we've made some progress, sisters and brothers, right? Haven't we? Yeah. But when it comes to the issue of police abuse, we are still significantly out of whack on that issue in comparison to a lot of these issues that I just named. So we have to dramatize the significance and the importance of this issue. We got to get folks' attention, because there's still a very hard callus in this country when it comes to this issue. And so you got to be hot, just like hot water. This march is like hot water. And we're going to put this callus in hot water, and we're going to soften it up. And it's not clear when it's going to get soft enough so that it can transform. But we know that this is a significant effort, an effort that, when you add it to other efforts, will eventually bring about the kind of transformation that we're looking for. And the only way that we can keep that water hot is if we are focused and we're working together in cooperation with each other. And that we are, in our lines as we march, that we march in unison. And that we achieve a level of working relationship with each other. Right? Are you following me?
Yes.
Well, I'm happy to report to you that our group is very powerful on this issue. We've made tremendous progress on this issue. And we invite you to join us if you got the time, right? Join us. We're stepping off tomorrow morning at Okay, at what time? Okay, 9:30, 10 o'clock. Okay, so, always organizing, y'all, okay? So I just want to say thank you for this wonderful invitation, and thank you for coming out. You are inspiring and motivating us. We certainly need this. We are all in this together. You are doing your part this evening by being here, and thank you.
So I just want you all to know that today in yesterday, we marched through some really hostile territory. There were people that were driving by us and blowing this black smoke onto our faces. There were people that were yelling at us, white power. There were people that were saying to us, go home, whatever, and NIGERs, and all these really horrible things. And I'll be honest with you, I used to see that on TV. And I used to read about it, and never in my life did I think I would experience it. Because everywhere that I go, every progressive community, every meeting, every post that I may put on Instagram or Facebook or tweet, people talk about that we are in a post-racial society, a post-racial community, a post-racial country because we have a black president. But that's not true, my brothers and sisters. It is not true. We experienced it walking peacefully on Route 1. We experienced the hate, and we were able to conquer that hate with love. We had, every time somebody would yell at us, we had a grandmother that gave us the bird. I mean, she was like in her 80s. And, you know, I was always told, you gotta respect your elders. And it really confused me that this older woman who I'm supposed to respect is giving me the bird when we're marching to justice. We've sacrificed. We've been putting miles on our bodies to bring light to the people who have been killed in the hands of police, to bring light and shed light to those that are incarcerated in America's prison, to bring light to those that are constantly being militarized by police, the communities. And so yesterday and today, to experience that and to have my brothers and sisters